Watching Big 12 basketball last night made me very frustrated at Kansas State, but also a little bit happy that Oklahoma won this game. I am rooting against Oklahoma and against Texas specifically in pretty much every sport because them winning doesn't do a lot for us. In Texas scenario, them going to the college football playoff, that gave us money, so that was fine. Like net neutral, who cares? For Oklahoma in basketball, I don't need them to win. They are going to the SEC. This 53 points. Kansas State had 53 points at home, and that was almost a miracle within itself. 19 points in the first half for Jerome Tang and company. I don't know who took the wind out of Kansas State's sails, but 3 losses in a row, all by double digits. The last 2, 74-52, that one at Houston, and then 73-53 against Oklahoma, where there have been points in the game where Kansas State has not just looked lackluster, but like they don't want to play basketball. Like they don't remember how to play basketball. And I don't have a viable excuse for them to lose by 20 points. There isn't a viable excuse for them to lose by 20 points at home. You're in Bramlage. I can't do much else for you. But what this does is this takes Kansas State, who I still believe is a tournament team. They are 500 in the Big 12, 4-4. Tyler Perry, 23 points. What's so frustrating to me about Tyler Perry is like, the games where he does really well, Kansas State loses. Or have games like he did against Houston, plays 24 minutes and scores 3 points. Or Iowa State, 7 points in 36 minutes. I keep asking for Tyler Perry to be good at basketball. He hasn't really been very good at basketball this season. He was good last night, and then Kansas State decided to lose by 20 points because of it. The one time the guys like balling out, star the show, they decided to lose because of it. Where is the Kansas State team that started so well in Big 12 play? Where is the Kansas State team that, and again, I still think they're going to March because I do believe they finish around 500 in Big 12. If you're 2 games below 500 in Big 12, you're going to make March Madness. The league is just that deep. They've still got wins against a top 10 Baylor team. They got to win on the road against West Virginia, which I know West Virginia is not all it's cracked up to be, but that's good. They have a 25-point win against UCF, the same team that beat Kansas. Some of the transitive property is going to help you. They dominated UCF. They started 3-1 with a win against Baylor. That Texas Tech game, they almost won. And I thought Kansas State is once again going to be the most dangerous team in the league, and they're going to find a way to get to the Elite Eight again. And they still could, but I need Tyler Perry to be good at basketball consistently and Kansas State to win the game. For Oklahoma, now you're going to the tournament. You always were, but now it's like, dang it. This is the way that Oklahoma can play. They could be, I think Oklahoma might win the Big 12 tournament. They seem like the team's going to try a little bit too hard, win the Big 12 tournament, and then lose in the second round. Yeah, do they give you that vibe? They give me that vibe. For Kansas State, snap out of it. Texas Tech, TCU. I love that TCU, as somebody who went to Baylor, can I be honest with you? I love that TCU has a fervent commitment to athletics. Like, I love their athletic director is cool. I love that their head coaches are cool. I love that their football coach is cool. I love that they have an effort to pack the stadium. I love that they do cool stuff. Like, coming from a standpoint of being at a school like Baylor that could be what TCU is athletically. I mean, obviously TCU just beat Baylor in Waco and is much better at a good portion of the sports. Football, very much included. TCU is also a cool school. And I like the effort. It wasn't just some sort of, hey fans, we have stupid t-shirts that look weird and they're yellow. Please wear them to the game or come to the game because of that. They don't make like they take out friction points for fans. They make it easy for fans to come to the games, and they make it fun, and they win. I don't want to play at TCU. Look at that Iowa State game. They lost against Iowa State at home. They still made it fun. TCU's cool. Robbie Triano took them at number 1 in his draft, not just because of football, but everything that TCU does is on the upward trend, it feels like. 85-78 over Texas Tech. For Texas Tech, at some point, I don't think you're Cinderella, but at some point the slipper doesn't exactly fit. You got to come back down to earth a bit. Remember, there were a couple games for Tech, like that UTA game, the Oral Roberts game, where I thought, Northern Iowa, will Texas Tech be good? I think Texas Tech is good. That win at Texas proved to me, especially the little streaky going there, proved to me that this squad is legit. And I didn't think the loss at Houston dulled that at all. This one, 85-78, no problem. You're going to beat Cincinnati. Baylor's just shown that it's vulnerable at home. You could beat them on the road. You're going to beat UCF at home. I think you're going to beat Kansas at home. You had to lose at some point on the road. Texas Tech might still win their next 4 or 3 out of their next 4. I am confident in Grant McCasland and company. Anybody in the Scott Drew coaching tree, I'm confident in. And then Oklahoma State. I already told you. Mike Boynton's getting fired. And it sucks. 1-7 in Big 12 play. They have been floundering, as Oklahoma State team's been floundering. under Boynton recently, and it looked like he might be able to put it together, but he just hasn't. And I wish he would have. But my ask is that after a game where you win against West Virginia, that you just be competitive. I'm asking you to just be competitive and give me something to hold on to, something to look forward to, watch these games, something that I can enjoy. But no, Kansas dominated. Kansas was a 14-point favorite, won by 29, 83-54. I don't even know. They should have been a 20-point favorite in this game. There was no life from Oklahoma State, no life. And Kansas just looked nails again. They're only 5-3 in the Big 12. That's kind of nuts to think about. Only 5-3 in the Big 12. Tonight's games, we get Baylor at UCF. I think UCF's going to win that. We get Cincinnati at West Virginia. I think West Virginia might sneak up on them. And if that happens, Cincinnati's shot at going to March gets tougher and tougher. If Baylor loses at UCF, now you're talking a skid. Falling to 3-4 in Big 12 play. UCF moving to 4-4. Could UCF be the sneaky tournament team? Tickets are as low as $3 for the UCF game, $2 for the West Virginia game. Coming up, who are the worst brands in the Big 12? Let's do the end of the draft from Robbie Triano and I, who we didn't take in the top 10 of our Big 12 draft in football, expansion Big 12 draft. This is Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. It is your team, and it's every day. Today's show is brought to you by Jace Medical and the Jace Case. You never want to feel helpless when it comes to your health. And Jace Medical is here to make sure that you do not. I know we come to sports to escape all the real life stuff, but according to the FDA, pharmacies are running out of antibiotics like amoxicillin, and right now it's in the worst flu season in a decade. It's scary. Can't imagine a more helpless feeling than being sick and not being able to treat it. Jace Case is a pack of 5 different antibiotics to treat a long list of bacterial infections, UTIs, respiratory infections, sinusitis, skin infections, among others. This stuff could happen to any of us. Visit jacemedical.com, complete your physician encounter. It'll be reviewed by a board-certified physician, and you can get medication fast. It has never been more important to prepare than today. Go to jacemedical.com. Offer code Locked On to get $20 off your order. jacemedical.com. Use offer code Locked On for $20 off your order at jacemedical.com.